Yo, shout out to everybody in the battle rap community. Let me just make sure the Wi-Fi is on. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me just make sure the Wi-Fi on. Y'all know how Wi-Fi be doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just got in the house. I want to make sure. But shout out to everybody, man. First of all, I do want to say shout out to HITMAN HOLLA, man. I think I listened to the interview he had. The dude's channel is Mr. Check Your Temperature. Shout out to him, man. I will say he conducted himself really well in the interview. He didn't seem like he, was under pressure at all. He asked like pretty decent questions. So shout out to him, bro. That's a tough thing to do when you got a superstar that you interviewing. You see what I'm saying? And you're going to have a lot of people in your live, more people than normal. So I do feel like you conducted yourself really good in that interview, and you did not seem biased to me at all in that interview. So shout out to you, man. I want to give you your credit. And if y'all want to know where his channel is, like the video before this one, HITMAN HOLLA is going to go and like go live or whatever I did, like in the link in the description. Oh, not the description, but the comments. It'll be a link for his channel, So shout out to him, man. I think he did a good job, man. I really do think he did a good job. Now, I do want to say this, man. Listening to it, my name got brought up. You know what I mean? And Hitman's basically saying like all these bloggers, like all them that like they hate me, and bro, we don't hate like none. I don't know about anybody else, bro. We do not hate you, bro. Like you are one of the iconic members in battle rap. You see what I'm saying? You even being on the card, like, you know what I mean? Other cards like make people want to promote the cards, bro. A lot of people want to see you do good. And for the most part, I don't know, Hitman, if you've seen this, a lot of us, bro, had you winning the battle going into the battle. You see what I'm saying? A lot of us had, like, I had you, like, in the preliminary, I had you 2-1, like 2-1, if not 3-0, like going into the battle. I think it was 2-1 going into the battle, so I don't feel like, the attitude going into the battle was everybody was against you. For the most part, I felt like everybody was for you. Now, in terms of the face-off, you see, we're going to get to that, the retirement thing in a minute. But in terms of the face-off, a lot of us did feel like Cassidy beat you in the face-off. You're not accustomed to being talked to like that in the face-off. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you saying like you breaking everything down. You said it was like 15 dudes, 10 or 15 dudes. Then like you was addressing on top of addressing Cassidy for whatever's being, talked about. You saying, yo, you getting paid for Cassidy to be able to threaten you. You know what I'm saying? And talk about you. It's a face-off. Like people gonna talk heavy. Like we know that. But you didn't like feel like the people that was talking crazy or talking heavy needed to be talking at all. So you got amped to kind of address them. So you addressed that situation. You see what I'm saying? But for the most part, I think a lot of people had Cassidy winning the face-off. Does that mean like people don't like HITMAN HOLLA? I don't think that's what it means, bro. I think it means just a lot of people had you losing the face-off. And, some people could have taken it too far. I don't know. But I feel like for the most part, a lot of people were just honest about it. Like Cassidy won the face-off, bro. That was it. You know what I mean? Like Cassidy won a face-off, and people were picking out why they feel like Cassidy won a face-off, and that was it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hate you. I don't think a lot of these people hate you, bro. That just is, it is what it is. But in terms of everything else, like he's basically doing an interview, and he's like, yo, like, this is my last like interview like with this. I just want to put, and he's posting stuff on Twitter. He's basically like, yo, I just want to put this dude from St. Louis on that's a blogger. I want, him to get his recognition and get his shine and doing that, which I think is dope, that you trying to give somebody else an opportunity to get the interview. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think that's dope in itself. I mean, but you got somebody that's clearly saying you won the battle. You know what I mean? And you doing an interview with that, that's kind of like a conflict there, because it's like a situation like this that you in right now to where you got the battle rap community, I can't really say split, but when you got a lot of people saying Cassidy won and you won, you want to go on like do that interview, get him popping, like do all that, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't nothing wrong with that. But you also want to go on like a bigger platform, like a Hip Hop Is Real 15 Minutes of Fame or something like that, and talk about it. And that way they can ask you, some questions, that maybe he didn't think of, like asking. You see what I'm saying? Uncle Rod's going to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? He ain't my uncle, but Rod going to keep it real. He going to talk to you. You see what I'm saying? And ask you some questions. You know, and I get it. Like when you are in a battle like that and it doesn't necessarily go how you feel like it's supposed to go, you may not want to, you know, you don't want to be questioned on that, bro. And you feel like everybody's turning against you, so you know what I mean, you feeling some type of way about it. But I'm just saying, bro, you one of the icons of battle rap. A lot of people rock with you, bro. I just feel like I really feel like you lost that battle, bro. Like I really feel like you lost the battle. That's it. You winning in life. You on BT, you on like MTV, you with Nick Cannon coming out to your battles. You know what I'm saying? You got house, you got a trucking company, you got all this, bro. Like you winning in life. It's just a battle, like you lost the battle. That's how I just feel like you lost the battle. A lot of people feel like you lost the battle. You know what I mean? Like that's it, man. That's it. So, and then he basically goes on to say, you know, like he don't want to be doing this no more. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. The Wi-Fi started to cut out, so he's saying that he may end up going home and doing an interview at home where his Wi-Fi is, because he was at his manager's house and the Wi-Fi at his manager's house just wasn't like working right. You know what I'm saying? But the manager's supposed to know if you got dial up or not. Wait a minute! You're supposed to know that. If you managing stuff, you cannot be having like a Hitman Holla doing his like final interview like on the battle, you know, with this whole situation, and then the internet just being crazy. But you know, these cable companies, I guess they be having trouble. Somebody said, he said, what didn't he say, bro? You crazy, bro? Like did you see his Twitter? Did you hear what he was saying? Like he's basically saying, bro, like you don't want to be doing this no more. You said Hitman is a performer, not lyrical. He needed help from Cat. What Hitman also said, you know, he's saying like, yo, he prepared his material for a small room. You see what I'm saying? So I think he said his third round and first round were prepared for a bigger stage, you know, but the second round was more bar heavy. So he felt like this would be tailored for a smaller room. And he ended up finding out that it was going to be a big stage, and he didn't really want to, you know, like redo everything for a bigger stage. And so, you know, that's, you know, in big crowds, you know, they may not like bar heavy people, you know what I mean? But I don't know. But this is basically what he said. He said he fake retired. I don't know, bro. But you know, the money start, you know what I'm saying? Somebody hit you like, bro, we need you back in battle rap. Here's 100,000. You know, it makes you think, you know. Y'all tell me what y'all think, bro. But we don't want you to retire. And then also you got to think, bro, this is what it's going to look like. And you got your reasons, Hitman. And I'm telling people, you got your reasons why you feel like this. You feel like the culture, like whatever. But if you retire, bro, this looks like Cassidy retired you. You see what I'm saying? I'm just being real. It's going to look like he retired you. Make that clear. Next time you go and do an interview with that dude, make it clear. It's not why, you know what I mean? Like, it is, but it kind of looks like right now Cassidy is retiring you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But as y'all see, y'all looking at all the interviews, I think Goods kept it real. He was like, yo, like, Cassidy got the first round. J400 Block said he think Cassidy won. All these people were saying that, bro. You know, JC saying Cassidy won. All these, Pat Stay saying, all these people saying, coming out. Facts, all these people coming out saying that Cassidy won. You know, that's not a good feeling, man, when you feel like you supposed to get this dude out of battle rap. You know what I mean? So, and people gonna have those questions, but at the same time, it doesn't mean you're a trash rapper. You know, everybody has I'm not gonna say bad performances, but everybody takes losses. You see what I'm saying? Everybody does, bro. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna win every battle, bro. You know what I mean? I don't think you should be retiring off of this, but it is kind of difficult. Like, if you think about it, like, how am I going to really step back into battle rap knowing that my competitor is going to mention everything, bro? The face-off is going to look crazy. The battle is going to look crazy. You see what I'm saying? So y'all tell me what y'all think. He said Piper trying to be remorseful is not helping. I just said he lost. That's it. I said he lost. Him and like, you know, and then if I see these people in person again, and I'm like, come on, bro. Like, it don't even, come on, bro. Like, people got you lose. That's it. Everybody's not going to say you won, bro. They not going to say you won. Chino, he said, salute. Shout out to you, bro. Somebody said Cass performance was still below average. Whether or not you think it's average, below average, high, above average, he won. You know what I mean? Like, he won. Do y'all be saying that with Sirius Jones and people like that when they win? If he won, he won. That's it. Shout out to Chris and Bias. He was live and they was calling him an Avenger. Yeah, he was like, y'all better stop calling it an Avenger, bro. But no, some people know. Seriously, some people got him winning. I think Chris has got him winning. Anwar's got him winning. Jay Black's got him winning. Vada's got him winning. Showtime SP's got him winning. So some people got him winning, bro. So that don't mean it's not the whole culture got you just losing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't think none of these people hate you, bro. Somebody said if Hitman really retired, he just gave Cass the last Infinity Stone. That's crazy, bro. And then Cassie was talking heavy in the Angry Fan interview, bro. You don't think he's gonna be talking now? He's gonna say, Hitman, listen, bro. He's gonna say, I retired your man. Don't be saying you retiring, bro. Or you leaving the sport. Don't be saying that, bro. I'm telling you, just be like, yo, I'm gonna be absent for a while. I ain't gonna come back for a minute. I'm gonna focus on my other career, and then I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Say something like that, bro. But the way that sounded, bro, and the way the tweet was, like, yo, the final interview and all that, like, it sounded like you retiring, bro. You see what I'm saying? Somebody said facts. No, we ain't about to. This ain't gonna be no Hitman slander. Somebody said, LOL. Holla retired. Cassidy got him, bro. You said we need the diss track ASAP. Young Sir said his career is in the car. Y'all crazy. And he said, bro, Cassidy retired that man. Yo, you see the narrative, bro? Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, don't just retire, bro. Don't do that, bro. You still got a lot of battles people want to see, bro. They want to see you versus Geechee Gotti. They want to see you versus New Jersey Twerk. They want, there's a lot of battles people want to see you take, bro. People don't want to see you retire, bro. I don't want to see Hitman Holla retire. Well, you said retired boy. You said Cass lost. What is people watching? I don't know what we all watching, bro. We all got them like, bro. You know what's crazy? The one person that you would think would say Hitman Holla won the first round. Because of everything Cassidy been saying about him, because the battle, you would think Goods would say. Goods was like, I gotta keep her. He just did an interview on 15 Minutes of Fame. He did one on his channel. He did a blog on his channel, and he did an interview on 15 Minutes of Fame. And Goods said Cassidy got the first round. He said it was kind of clear to him. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't, like, the dude that was just, I don't know. We don't know what you watching, bro. Like, we don't know what you watching, bro. And it's just a battle. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just a battle. You said Cass retired. The boy, you said Hitman was shook after the, what? Back in the first, never recovered. You said, maybe I watched the wrong battle. Cassie wasn't that good. Somebody said, Cass said, yo, get the VOD, bro. Go on RedBreedEntertainment.com, get the VOD and watch the battle, and then come back here and comment and tell me what you think about the battle after you see the battle. I'm giving Hitman Holla the third round. You know what I'm saying? I said that before this even happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving him the third round. I just don't think he got the first. I don't think he got the second either. What I don't mean we hate you, bro. We just hating on you, bro. With everybody in the culture, everybody. I don't know one person in the culture that said Cassidy was going to win this battle. I don't know. I have not seen. I'll be looking online and seeing everything. I haven't seen one person say that. Everybody had him winning. Did y'all? And I seen the comments in here. Hey, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Somebody said, Bars is back. You said disaster, irrelevant goods, a blogger, Arsenal's mid-tier, Hitman retired, Cassidy did while improving. You know what I'm saying? But I hope he does another interview and just to talk about this, bro, and be like, I ain't gonna retire. You got too many fans to be trying to retire, bro. You see, hey man, you seen all them people that came to see y'all battle? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say all of them was your fans. You know what I'm saying? But you see all them people came to see y'all battle, bro. Y'all breaking records. Like you and Cassidy's trailer, bro. Almost at 1 million views. That's a trailer. Y'all face off was like 2 million views now or more. Come on, bro. You don't want to lead a sport, bro. You don't want to lead a sport. Somebody said, notice Hitman still ain't said he won this battle. I mean, the guy, I think he was going to get to that point. Yeah, Avocado said, yeah, the battle has insane hype. Like, shout out to you for filming it. Shout out to you for filming it. Dope. But, you know, at the same, let's be real, man. If Hitman wasn't in battle rap, think about all the moments in battle rap that would have just, like, not have existed, bro. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, he can't just leave like that, bro. We ain't letting you leave, Hitman. Wait a minute. You ain't going nowhere. You said Hitman lost. Just because you lose a battle don't mean nothing, bro. Don't mean nothing. You still had great moments in the battle. I don't care if everybody wanted to say everything was trash on both ends. You had great the Super Mario. A lot of people liked it. The Casserole, some people liked it. People liked it. You bringing the cannon out, the show out there. Like, you had moments in the battle, bro. Whether or not people want to give you your credit, you had moments, bro. You said Cassidy retired that boy. You said, but Cassidy autographed just Spalding. Yeah, that was like the most memorable thing out of the whole battle. It was that. You think it was the Nick Cannon thing, but it was that. When you listen to everybody's recap and everybody's talk, that's what they talking about. Everybody. Like, that's what they talking about. It's one of the most memorable things in the battle. You said, what I don't get is everyone was rocking with everybody, bro. I was in the building talking to everybody. They're like, who you got? I'm like, Hitman 2-1. Hitman 2-1. After the battle was over, it was kind of different. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of different. I'm like, oh, I think Cassidy might have got that. But I'm going to watch it back. I think he might have got that one, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, yeah, but going into it, everybody had. I don't think people hate you, bro. Somebody said, stop messing. Bro, we don't want battle rappers to be retiring, bro. Somebody said Cassidy, Thanos snapped Hitman his whole career. You said Cass packed him up. You said Hitman was lyrical. He was spitting bars in a second. You think I'm a Slipknot? You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't enough, bro. It wasn't enough. But shout out to Hitman. Shout out to Cass. Shout out to ARP, Ribbery Entertainment, Shotus, and all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Lawrence, y'all did good, man. Y'all got everybody talking. The battle looked amazing. You know, so shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? Somebody said he really retired. It sound like it, bro. It sound like he's retiring. Shout out to him. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't let a battle rapper retire you, bro. Don't do that. Because that's what it's going to look like. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. But shout out to Hitman. Shout out to everybody, but that's what it sounded like in the interview. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he ends up doing another one. I'm out. Peace. Come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.